Hey guys, Boris here, bringing you another VOD review. Today I'll be jumping in game with a player that I personally enjoy watching quite a lot, but have not yet had the chance to VOD review, that being Kurum X. We are playing in the Seraphine encounter, therefore the triple prismatic is for sure to make this an exciting one, and a very high capped endgame state. We are starting out here with a belt drop, does not establish any kind of clear direction for us right away, but we do pick up a Kiana pair, definitely want to see if we are able to play around that, with the Slayers being the prominent meta line. Would want to hold on to this Blitzcrank to do so then, as that pairs lies quite nicely with the Briar if we are able to find one. Also pick up a Kog'Maw, would want to do a Void check right away. Unfortunately do not have the Iron Carapace, but we do pick up a early Cho'Gath, therefore could still be considering to playing around it. Iron Carapace just simply synergizes better with the Rift Herald, making it a true super tank. We do also have a Sona pair in our shop and an Anivia pair, and we are holding on to the Jarvan here. Could consider playing around some kind of AP as well, as you do get a Rod drop. Coming up on our Augment selection here. Cursed Crown could get very much punished, especially in the triple prismatic lobby, and we do not have any upgrades. Therefore, we could already start taking huge losses and unable to stabilize. Generally, do not see the benefit of it right now. We stick together would be great if we needed to establish some kind of direction, but we already have the Sona and Nivea pair. We have the Kiana pair with the Blitzcrank. We have options to play around, and again, does not really enable us to be achieving a highest cap state possible. Therefore, I would be leaning level up here. We should be able to get to level 5, fit together some kind of board, perhaps go a little early win streak, but this augment enables you to reach these very high cap 10 states in the prismatic fuel prismatic lobbies that they really do so. I'm going to snap roll the Cursed Crown. I would assume we're going to stop. Yeah, we're going to also roll all the other augments. We stick together, and Hedge Fund is just a worse version of a level up. It's good if you need econ, but it overall turns out to be less gold and forces you to truly play into this loss streak. Whereas if we are sitting on pairs, we have a chance to make our board stronger, therefore level up seems more appealing, and Forging Strength would enable us to establish some direction with the artifact that we get dropped. However, you would also again be forced to play into some kind of loss streak, and the other artifacts could quite screw you over. Therefore, in the triple prismatic, we generally, if you are offered econ, we want to be taking that econ to achieve the highest passive cap board stays that we are able to get to. Therefore, going to pick up the level up right away. And now we also have a Sona too that we could trying to see to play around. Unfortunately, did not get a Piltover unit to be able to unlock the Orianna. Even in the Demacia opener, you generally wish to be able to also playing around a Orianna just due to how strong she is. But do we opt to go for a slam here? I believe no. I think we can win this fight with the 4 units we have fielded. The Caitlyn one, unfortunately, not going to be able to do it for us. Unfortunately, he has his subscription messages in the middle of the screen, but it is what it is. Scouting around, we see the new Trials of Twilight prismatic augment as well, because we and new world runes. New world runes generally considered to be a good augment, but it's underperforming in all stats. It could be because people are greeting that 4 XP a little too much and playing just non-existent boards. I'm going to opt to go for a Nashor's Slam, as we have the open rod. Could hopefully get a glove, but a very contested component, especially if you are playing from a head, since all these Slayer players are going to be just grabbing every single possible glove they can get. But it enables us to unlock a Poppy here. We could play just simply a better unit to play around than this Xin Zhao. And we could also, if we're very aggressive, see if we can make it to level 5 here, but I don't believe there's level 6, sorry, I don't think there's any need to do so. We have upgraded frontliner, we have upgraded backliner, we have slammed an item, should be able to win this fight on 5 units already. And yeah, able to 5-0 this guy. So we are most likely leaning into some form of AP. Now, the Lysandra Seraphine comp is not something that fully caps out around level 9, as in it's more of a true level 8 comp, therefore we have some signs of potentially playing into some kind of a Ryze board, most likely. Something like a Ryze Volibear Freljord package. That would be my best guess from here if we are playing from this true high cap. I'm going to pick up another rod as the glove is already gone. Can turn into some form of like Archangels or even a Spark if needed, but able to pick up a Xin Zhao too. Going to be stacking up our economy instead, no reason to over aggro level as we are scouting. The Trials of Twilight player is the scarier one. The new Trials of Twilight, extremely strong with the extra dupes it gives to you. Prismatic Ticket player, 100% playing into this Ishtal reroll. Again, another line that can happen very high if you're able to get to the Brock, able to get your rerolls quite fast and hit them. Now, do we opt? I would assume we do not make 30 here. Should be hopefully able to close out on 5 streak. We see a Fortune Strength player as well there. Now the Zenzao player I believe is the one that worries us the most. Comeback story into Shadow Isles is also somewhat an interesting pick. Now if you're able to closely win these fights, that is fine, but lose. But Shadow Isles generally something that wants to play at least from very strong stage 3. Alright, going to give up on this Anivia pair just to make 30. Do want to get that decon rolling. And managed to secure a very nice 5 streak. Enabled us by being level 5 early on. Going to also unlock an Oriana here through the pickup of the Vi. Generally better item holders. Since the Sona nerfs, Oriana is just a prime invoker you generally wish to playing around all the time. Able to pick up a JG as well, and could slam a Morello if we truly wanted to. I'm going to pick up this Ori. Now yeah, just level to 6 to ensure we have our streak and also able to fill in Piltover that way. We recall to remove our items, that is good. I'm going to go for the JG Nashor's combo. She does prefer to stick on this Sona just because it's upgraded unit. That's the fundamental thing, rule of TRT. Generally a 3 gold should be stronger than 2 gold, and we do not even have a pair in sight. And we also have the Demacia to synergize with the Sona. But quite often, I believe still the line is quite close on this one. Now, since we are playing from win streak, we would probably be looking to improve our board even more. Therefore, something with the nerfed indecision would not be the strongest option right now. Belt overflow, we have an open belt already, and it does provide us items, which is great. The items are the best tempo right away. And Prismatic Destiny could screw us over more, so we'll probably be defaulting that. No, he does default Prismatic Destiny alright, so he dislikes the belt overflow that much. Now, there are some people who like it. We would also be having to slam double Warmocks, which is not just great. We do not have any other... We have the single road open, I believe, so we could be slamming a Morello. But yeah, double Warmocks not the greatest of an option. Celestial Blessing into only truly like melee comms, but if you're running only 2 Slayer, I believe, nowadays. So he believes that the Prismatic Destiny is the better option. Yeah, 1 buff, 2 buff. We have the open road already, we have it sorted out. And we are playing for the Nashor's JG build, therefore the blue buff could be something that could go on the secondary carry, but we're not able to board strength as much. And the Prismatic Destiny gives us another Econ Augment. Now, that would probably mean we're going to be ending up losing our streak on this stage. Now we see a Fortune Strike player playing into a Warwick most likely. Just have already picked up the Jinx, so could be going for a Warwick unlock quite soon. Quite nice to fight them right now as they're still level 5 as well, and we have pushed our levels with the extra gold we gained to level 7 to ensure the tempo, and have managed to... Any time we... any round we can extend this win streak by is very crucial for us. Don't care about that, but we're losing a little bit of health value from the extra healing. Going to push also aggressive level 8. It's completely fine. We're still 28 gold here, and we are double gold or double Econ Augment, therefore... Our advantage right now is going to be purely from this leveling that we have established. And we are sitting at 30 here, so very comfortable position. Again, recognizing that, yeah, we need to use our gold right now, because, well, we could greed it to reach the max end state. We are on a win streak. Investing resources to win, great. And we are not even that poor. If we were at true 0, then we could screw our game over. Sitting at 30 is completely fine, even if we had lost. But the Zoe slotted in for an extra shred, also provided the extra bit of more damage first, and we high roll a Zillion now. This is definitely, I believe, now a true Fast 9 game. I believe we should be transitioning the items right about now, though. Have been holding on to this Sona for a little while about now. Yeah, going to slam an Archangel Staff now. I would have considered perhaps to slam the Morello or... to sort our anti-heal situation out, or just go for a Spirit with Visage to get the get the front line sorted and still able to pick up wins here as the against even the reroll player that has also went for another econ augment. I would have guessed that we were getting punished by the lobby by getting another econ augment. However, it has enabled us to be very aggressive in our levels through the level up as well, as raw gold from the tiniest titan is very synergistic in a way with the level up. Now the Viego does get in our backline right now, and thankfully we are able to take it out, and we are able to 10 streak this. This is an insane spot right now. Definitely going for a fast 9 or even a fast 10, and the triple item zillion is just still going to be strong, even probably all the way to 4-5, and if you're able to push it then. Or we could also consider pushing on 4-2. I did not catch how many Chrono Keeper stacks we have right now, but with triple item we should be casting quite a lot to be gaining to stack it up. Now definitely want to see if we can complete some frontline items right now, but unfortunately do not have that, so we're going to go for level 9 right away. Playing this very aggressively, which has been enabled from our win streak, as we have accumulated that extra bit of gold. Going to sort our board here rather than opt for lolling, and we're still level 950 gold on 5-1 in the triple prismatic. Already the shenanigans coming out. Now, since we are 100 HP, we could just be like, whatever, let's just go fast 10, right? Able to pick up another win against the Trials of Trial player just because we have the pure numbers on our board. Now we're definitely looking for some form of items. Money Monsoon, we don't have any money. Coordination could be a decent option, but we are looking for pure items. Band of Thieves could do so. I'm not exactly sure what the final board we're looking for, but Band of Thieves is delayed. So if you are looking to extend this win streak, it would not be the greatest of the options. But it does seem like going to go for Call of Chaos, and he does so. I mean, there's quite a few outs that would have been good for it. And we do get the golden egg one, therefore a little bit of iffy. We want to see if we're going to be rolling now to see if to get some wins here that we can. We are quite strong at the moment, therefore hopefully should be able to. Do not hit our any upgrades. A little bit dizzy with the our bench completely full. And trying to sort, I believe, considering into playing and still into some kind of Ryze board. Now, the Golden Egg Call to Chaos was quite good when it gave 2 full item anvils, as, well, the normal Golden Egg gives you none, right? And it's still a prismatic augment, but since the nerf to 1 is definitely a little bit harder to cash out. But we do have the HP lead, and we are going to get this healing. Therefore, if we're able to pick up only a couple of wins, we should be in good spot to cash it out. Into what seems to be some Seraphine flex with a Azir as well. Now, if we do drop rounds here, yeah, we're going to unlock the Nasus, which is going to also complement our front line. We could also consider going for a 4 Shurima game if we're able to go on that mixed streak, but then generally you would want to be unlocking the Zerat as the first one, as that's definitely the hardest one to sort out. Going to pick up a sword here. Works into some kind of volley item if you're able to look for it. We're also able to unlock the volley bears due to that Warmog slam on the Brom 2. Early Azir 2 for us. Now, very interesting to see how we opt to cash out this board. We also have slotted in a Ornn. So we're going to give up on the Zillion, it seems, right now. The one should be able to farm as artifacts. Generally, very, very good unit now with the recent buffs to be able to just slot on if you're able to high roll him very early on. An Ornn pair, but we are just feeling quite bench locked, and I believe we are still trying to figure out the board to unlock the Ryze. Finally able to hit the Alessandra too. Should hopefully be somewhat stable right now. Still lacking a little bit in the frontline department. So yeah, we're definitely going to play into some kind of a Ryze board. Going to narrowly win against this Shadow Isles player. Still a little bit puzzled of this comeback story, Tiniest Titan Shadow Isles, but I did not see their Augment choices, so I guess they have to do what they have to do. Slot in Targon here on the PV to finally ensure the Ryze unlock. And most likely going to be continuing to roll a little bit deeper at this point as well then. Alright, Ryze pair, I probably assume that we're definitely going to be sending it a little bit now. And a Volibear pair. Going to give up on this Seraphine, I assume. Fortunately, none seem to be hitting on upgrades. And we still have our Lissandra on the front line. I believe we forgot about that one. Going to just complete the shred. Definitely want to see if we have a way to do so. Now, do toss around here to disguise a board. We do really want a single win here to be able to guarantee that egg. Now, if we were to lose 4, we would heal 8. We still should be in position if we lost all, but we'll be playing from 1 life most likely after the cash out. Not exactly the thing you want to be going for. And we are still sitting on quite a lot of these upgrades. Going to transition to 3 item Ryze, which should be quite strong in this point of the game. Against a Warwick board from that Forged in Strength. No, it's not even really a Warwick board. No, it is. Okay, it is. I thought it was Renekton for a second. Definitely is a Warwick board. Playing also around a interesting combination. Able to cash out the Sniper's Focus, so we're going to drop this Ornn at this point. Sniper's Focus Ryze perhaps should be something that we can consider. Then we can move that Giant Slayer onto that Volibear. Yeah, so we're going to tie our itemization nicer here. Finally get 3 items and all our carries and a tank. And 2 weak, is the Ryze Depth? No, the Ryze the backline does not exactly hit it. So still unfortunately lose, and our golden egg is at 2 now. Definitely starting to become a little scary. But this extra, the Shurima Ryze is able to also print us another open component, which will hopefully be able to transition into a full item from another sort of a proc. We have all your utility sorted, therefore just going to go for another damage item that we could hopefully toss onto this Azir at this point. Going to continue rolling in hopes of hitting this Ryze too. Finally able to find it right here. Have to unfortunately give up on the Shyvana, which would have been a great level 10 slot in, but we have to do what we have to deal with. So let's see if we're able to go against this Shadow Isles player. Are we able to pick up a win finally at this point? Volibear has managed to get reset Bonnet all night by the Thresh. Does not exactly break through, but with the Ryze too, we're finally able to pick up the win. Now what our egg gives us, it gives us a Fawn, a Radiant DB, and a Armor Shred. So definitely quite items we can use. But we are out of removers that we could use them on. We definitely would want to at least get this Radiant DB on the Volibear. The Radiant Even Shroud could just go on any kind of frontline. I'm going to toss them on the Sejuani for now. Alright, this is some very interesting plays happening in this game at the moment, but throughout more specifically. But hey, extra unit source, we're able to pick it. I'm not exactly sure what he's crashing out for, but we have secured a top 4. Going to get rid of the Sejuani, and now we're going to get the item remover to be able to move some of these items a little bit around. Probably a Giant Slayer, good item to just toss on a 0 at this point, and then the Radiant Even Shroud would prefer to have it on the Nasus. But we'll have to do what we have to deal with, unless we are opting to remake it. I'm going to push levels now. Look for some kind of any kind of flex, 5 cost most likely. Senna can do that job. Fiddle would probably be a little bit better. Or a Shyvana. I'm going to opt to slot in the Zillion back in. 3 Invoker. Not exactly sure about... Oh no, we're also going to... Alright, so interesting note, we know, just toss the Radiant Even Shroud on the Volibear. He's our sole 80 damage source, so ensuring that he 100% gets the uptime on the Armor Shred is quite nice, and he also scales off from HP, therefore having that little bit of extra HP on him is quite neat as well. And with the itemization we are able to itemize the Senna quite neatly as well. Now, I assume we are, yeah, so yeah, okay, we're going to play the Shyvana over the Resilient. Does not exactly do that much at the moment. Could opt to consider dropping the Azir maybe even, but since Nasus is our tank, the extra resistances on the Nasus are quite nice, since we do not have true tank items on him. Could also be considering playing with this Renekton. These are not the worst Renekton items now. Radiant, no, blue buff is not exactly the thing you're wanting for the Renekton, but should do. But ideally, obviously, we are going to be able to get this Senate 2 start. Going to opt to go for... Okay, so we're going to opt to go to slot in the Disruptor on the board against the Zaheen with the Radiant Hodge, but I believe we just have acquired a critical mass purely enable. Well, this Zaheen is... Alright, so we do end up losing to him. Now this Augment extremely strong, now able to complete the item from another full component, but I was thinking we were going to win that one, but Zaheen a very strong unit, and especially with the prismatic augment, enables it to hit it so early on. But if you're able to get some of these upgrades, we should be good to go. Able to pick up a Renekton too. So are we going to give up on the Shyvana? We still have a pair, so we're going to go with the Seraphine. Disruptor I don't believe doing that much on our team right now. Seraphine is generally spreading it better. We have managed to knock our Renekton in as well. Something that we would not have wanted to against the Shadow Isles player. And the Thresh hooks in our Ryze, therefore we're all tossing it now. Is Kurum going to be able to win out this spot? Back on the Seraphine, alright. Trying out whatever works. Still, I believe at this point we're getting punished most likely for having a double econ and the golden egg is obviously ends up in a form of combat through items, but with a double econ augments, we are having a harder time against like something like this Zaheen, which has had the hero augment plus items plus combat power. But we do pick up a win against the ghost fight, so we are left against only a single player at this point. Still looking to maybe upgrade. We're only missing a Seraphine, but it is a Seraphine too. So I assume the Shyvana is not going to go on the board. And now going to get against this Demacia player. Has achieved quite cap on their state. Dropped all the way down, I believe, to 3 Demacia. No, yeah, it seems so. No, it should be 5 Demacia, yeah. You generally want to crap this board through going to do so. But as Zaheen has managed to get on our backline and able to take it out, but this Volibear has fighting against in the 1v1. Unfortunately we lose, but we are not alive. Unfortunately we're not alive. We get outcapped by the Zaheen, which has managed to score unique to our backline. Our Renekton did not get to theirs. Unfortunate, but a very interesting game played by the Kurum X, and we do get in the end punished for having the double econ augment, but through recognizing his spot and playing extra tempo, he managed to get to it. And I hope that you enjoyed watching it and learned hopefully something new just like I did. And I wish to see you in the next one. Have a good one.